myself Dr. Ajay Joshi, consultant physiotherapist. In previous videos we had seen knee assessment. In knee assessment we had seen history, observation and palpation with demographic data. Today we are going to discuss about the examination of knee joint. In examination of knee joint we will discuss about pain, range of motion examination, muscle tightness, manual muscle testing, girth measurement, patellar mobility testing, gait assessment, spatial tests and functional test of knee joint. So let's start with pain assessment. In pain assessment we have to take from the patient side about the onset of pain. It can be sudden or gradual. In knee cases like in degenerative knee joint like arthritis or chondromalacia patella, the onset of pain is gradual. But in case of ligament injury and meniscus injury, it can be sudden onset. Then type of the pain. There are so many types of pain, but in knee we particularly find some dull aching or sharp shooting pain is there. Then nature of the pain, it can be continuous, intermittent or periodic type of pain. Then duration of pain, since from how long patients having that pain, depend on that. It can be acute, subacute or chronic pain. Then intensity, check the intensity of pain with help of NPRS or VAS scale, visual analog scale or numerical pain rating scale. After that take PAF and PRF, that is pain aggravating factors, which factors are aggravating or worsening the pain, and pain relieving factors PRF, which factors are giving relief or decreasing symptoms in patients. Now we'll examine about the site of the pain where on which location patient is having pain, and according to that location we can differentiate some conditions. So let's see. If patient is having pain over medial aspects, then it can be medial collateral ligament injury, medial meniscus injury or medial osteoarthritis. Likewise, if patient is having pain over the lateral aspect, it can be lateral meniscus injury, lateral collateral ligament tear or injury or lateral osteoarthritis. If patient is having pain over the patella or over the central part of patella, it can be pre-patellar bursitis, chondromalacia patella or patellofemoral syndrome and patellofemoral arthritis. If patient having pain over the superior pole of patella, it can be suprapatellar bursitis. If patient is having pain over the inferior pole of patella, it can be infrapatellar bursitis or jumper's knee. If patient having pain over the tibial tuberosity, it can be patellar tendinitis or Osgood-Schlatters disease. Prone line, if patient is having pain over the popliteal fossa, then it can be bursitis or popliteal Becker's cyst. Now let's take range of motion of knee joint. We have two motion in knee, flexion and extension. So we have to check with help of goniometer. First we'll check knee flexion, and its normal range is around 135 or 140 or beyond that. Flex your knee. Ask the patient to flex his or her knee fully. Then place your fulcrum of goniometer on lateral epicondyle of femur. Then your proximal arm should be at level of greater trochanter and distal arm should be along the level of lateral malleoli. We check the range. It's between 135 to 140, and in this patient it is 140. You can also check knee flexion in prone lying also. Now let's take a range of knee extension, and in knee extension normal range is knee in a hyperextension. Normal hyperextension is 5 to 10 degrees. So to achieve hyperextension you have to place a back sheet below femur. Then place your goniometer. Fulcrum should be over the lateral epicondyle, and proximal arm should be along the femur with reference point at greater trochanter. And your distal arm should be at level of lateral malleoli. Relax. So it is 7 degree of hyperextension. After pain and range of motion assessment, now we'll check tightness, and we have to check tightness in 4 major muscles, that is calf, hamstring, quadriceps and TFL muscles. So let's first check tightness of calf muscles. We have to passively dorsiflex ankle, and we have to compare with opposite knee. And we have to feel the getting and feel from the patient. Now after calf muscles, let's check tightness of hamstring muscles. So you have to flex hip with knee extended, and that is passively. Compare this with opposite side. And notice and feel. Then for quadriceps to check quadriceps tightness, ask the patient to lie on his tummy. To check quadriceps tightness, first do full flexion of knee, and then extend from the hip. And compare it with opposite side. Fully flex the knee and extend from hip. To check tightness of TFL muscle, patient's position should be side lying, and action of TFL is flexion with hip abduction. So we have to do hip extension and adduction. So do extension of hip and then adduct, and notice the end feel. Also check it or compare with contralateral side. After checking tightness, let's take manual muscle testing of knee, and we have to check power of 2 major muscles, that is quadriceps group muscles and hamstring muscles. To check quadriceps muscle strength, patient position is high sitting. We'll check grade 3 first. Ask the patient to extend his knee actively. If patient can do it comfortably, it is a grade 3. Then apply mild to moderate resistance and ask the patient to extend. If patient can do it, that is grade 4. And apply maximal resistance. If patient can do it, that is grade 5. For grade 2, 1 and 0, patient position is side lying. If we are checking for left knee, then we should hold the right leg of patient, then palpate the left quadriceps and ask the patient to extend his knee in a gravity eliminate position. extend fully. If patient can do it, that is a grade 2. If only flicker of contraction is there, patient is not able to do or extend his knee, that is a grade 1. And if patient cannot do it at all and there is no contraction, that is grade 0. Now let's check the strength of hamstring muscles. To check hamstring MMT, patient position should be in a prone line. Palpate the muscles and ask the patient to flex his knee against gravity. If patient can do it easily, that is grade 3. Apply mild to moderate resistance. If patient can do it, that is grade 4. And apply maximal resistance. Patient can do it, that is grade 5. 1 and 0 of hamstring muscle. Patient position is sideline. You have to hold opposite leg. Starting position of affected leg is extended and palpate the hamstring muscle. Ask the patient to flex his knee in gravity eliminate position. If patient can do it easily, that is grade 2. If patient cannot do any movement but there is a flicker of contraction, that is grade 1. And if no contraction at all, that is grade 0.